Hi, I am Pradeep Haldar. Welcome to yet another class of biology. Today I am going to discuss about the connective tissue of standard 9. We know about the connective tissue. Connective tissue are those tissue which can create connection between two organs or the body parts. That known as a connective tissue. Even we know that blood is a type of connective tissue. Now, some basic features of the basic line relating to the connective tissue. Which tissue belong to the connective tissue? By judging these lines, we can say that these are belong to the connective tissue. The first one, most of the connective tissue contain a high amount of plasma or matrix and less amount of cell. The first point of connective tissue. The connective tissue contain high amount of plasma of the matrix. Matrix is the basic substance on which the cells are scattered, and less amount of cell. If we observe the blood are formed by the 55% of plasma or matrix, that is the liquid in nature, and within this 55% of plasma or matrix, the 45% of cell are scattered. Now next, the connective tissue are originated from embryonic mesoderm. Embryonic mesoderm. What is embryonic mesoderm? We know that we are the triploblastic animals. It means we are containing the three embryonic layer or the germ layer. The outermost layer is the ectoderm, the middle layer are termed as a mesoderm, and the innermost layer are the endolayer. Clear? Now, as a result of the fertilization of dissimilar gametes, the male and the female gametes, the unicellular zygote formed. After passing the developmental phase, these are transferred into the foetus. Now, from the foetus, they can develop the mature embryo. Now, the middle layer of this embryo or mature embryo, that known as the embryonic mesoderm. All the connective tissue are originated from the embryonic mesoderm. And the last line of connective tissue. Connective tissue are engaged to create connection between two organs or the body parts. So these are the three lines relating to the connective tissue. Now, connective tissue forms by the two types of components. One are the different types of cell and the different types of fiber. Now, first one, the types of cell present within the connective tissue. The first one is the fibroblast cell. What is fibroblast cell? Those cells which are able to produce the fibers or the fiber producing cell. Fiber producing cell are termed as a fibroblast cell. The second one is macrophages. Macrophages are the cell which can engulf any external pathogen when they enter into our body. Now, they are commonly known as big eaters. Big eaters, because when any pathogen enter into our body, this type of cell can engulf them. That's why they are termed as a big eaters. The third one, adipose. Some of the cells belong to the connective tissue. They are able to store the fat or the fat storing cell. Fat storing cell are termed as a adipose cell. And some of the cell, for example, the mast cell or the plasma cell also present within the connective tissue. Now, different types of blood cell also present within the connective tissue. The WBC, RBC and the platelets, and within the WBC we can get the 5 type of cell: neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil, lymphocyte, monocyte, all of the WBC. These are the types of cell which present within the connective tissue. Now the next, the different types of fiber. The first one is the collagen fiber. The strong fiber made by collagen protein. Elastin fiber having the elasticity, or the fiber having elasticity made by elastin protein. Now next, the reticulate fiber. Within the connective tissue, some fibers are present which can form the net-like structure. They are engaged to form the net-like structure for the packaging of tissue. They are termed as a reticulate fiber. So the cells of the connective tissue and the fibers of the connective tissue. Now we are going to discuss about the types of connective tissue. Look, these are the 5 types of connective tissue. The first one is areolar connective tissue. The term areolar refers about the appearance or the presence of small air pockets between the cell and the fiber of the tissue. That's why it comes as a areolar connective tissue. Now, between the fibers like the collagen fiber and the elastin fiber and the cells like the fibroblasts and the macrophages, they are present some small air pockets. That's why they are termed as a areolar connective tissue. And due to the presence of the small air pockets, the binding between the fibers and the cells are quite loose in nature. That's why it's also known as a loose connective tissue. It present under the skin and help in the packaging of the tissue. And the matrix of this type of tissue are also important for playing the diffusion of nutrients to the cell and the rest of the body. Now, dense connective tissue. The binding between the fibers and the cells are quite tight here, closely binded cells and the fibers present in this type of tissue. Now, this dense connective tissue are having 2 types, tendon and ligaments. Generally, tendon is a connector which connects the skeleton muscle. Skeletal muscle means the muscle present around the skeleton. Skeletal muscle to a bone. And whereas the ligaments is the connector which can connect or the joint bone to a bone. The next one, the tendon are non-elastic in nature. It means the tendon contains the huge amount of collagen fiber. Even the fibroblasts lay in a continuous manner or continuous rows. Whereas the ligaments are the elastic in nature, contain the some amount of fibroblast cell which are scattered in the matrix. It means the smallest amount of collagen fiber present and huge amount of elastin fiber present. Now next one, adipose connective tissue. The tissue which the group of fat storing cell or the tissue which formed by the group of fat storing cell, that termed as a adipose connective tissue. Now, where the adipose connective tissue present? The adipose connective tissue present under the skin between the organs where we can find the fatty layer. Now, what are the function of this tissue? Generally, the adipose connective tissue provide the shape of the body and the arms. Even adipose connective tissue plays important role for the fixing the position of organ. The third one, adipose connective tissue act as a insulator. These are all the function of adipose tissue. Now the skeleton connective tissue. Skeleton means the endoskeleton of vertebrate animals. We are the vertebrate animals because our notochord are transferred into the vertebral column. That's why we are the vertebrate animals. So within our body, some bony portion present, bony as well as some soft and elasticity containing portion present, which commonly known as the skeleton. Clear? Now, the skeleton connective tissue are also two types, bone and the cartilage. Bone means hard in nature, whereas the cartilage is soft in nature. Just look, the pinna means this one are quite soft in nature. Even the nose tip are quite soft in nature. But the bones of the finger of the hand are quite hard in nature. Now, bone formed by a specialized cell that known as a osteocyte, whereas the cartilage formed by a specialized cell that known as a chondrocyte. Bone contain a specialized protein that known as a ossin, whereas the cartilage contain another protein that known as a chondrin. Bone is vascular in nature, whereas the cartilage are non-vascular in nature. Bone may contain the calcium salt, cartilage may not contain the calcium salt. Now, bone found at the skeleton of the brain, it means the cranium, in the rib cage, whereas the cartilage found in the pinna, nose tip, epiglottis. Bone generally formed our bones, providing the skeleton support, whereas the cartilage smoothing the joining. These are the joint portion, the anterior portion have become the smoother one. And the last one is fluid connective tissue. It means the matrix will be the liquid in nature or fluid in nature. This type of tissue are termed as a fluid connective tissue. Now, fluid connective tissue are two types, the blood and the lymph. Blood is the primary circulatory medium of our body because circulation takes place, over the 90% circulation takes place by the blood. That's why the blood termed as a primary circulatory medium of our body. And some amount of circulation also takes place by the lymph. That's why they are termed as a secondary circulatory medium. Generally, blood are red in nature, whereas the lymph are yellow or colorless in nature. We know that blood contains the blood pigment which known as a hemoglobin. And hemoglobin will be absent within the lymph. Blood contains the different types of cell. It means the RBC, red blood corpuscle, WBC, white blood cell, and the platelets. These are the cells of the blood. Whereas the only one type of WBC cell that known as a lymphocyte present within the lymph. Blood is circulated through the blood vessel like the arteries of the veins. What is arteries? Arteries means one type of blood vessel which carries the oxygenated blood from heart to the body parts. And veins means the one type of blood vessel which carries the deoxygenated blood from body parts to the heart. And between these two, the net-like structure present that known as a capillaries. So blood circulated to the blood vessels, whereas the lymph circulated to the lymph vessel. Clear? Now next one thing, you will find some question relating to the blood. Write a short note on the blood. The first one, define the blood. Blood is the fluid connective tissue, is a type of fluid connective tissue because blood are formed by the almost, when we observe the component of a blood, almost 55% are the plasma or the fluid. These are the liquid in nature. That's why it is a fluid connective tissue. And the 45% blood cell, also known as the hemocyte. Clear? Now within the plasma, almost over 90 to 92% of water present, and almost the 8% of the solid or gaseous materials present. Plasm, within the plasm, blood cells are scattered. Even the different amount of salt and the dissolved carbon dioxide also present. It helps in the transportation of food, and when the excessive amount of carbon dioxide present in our body, some amount of carbon dioxide will dissolve within the plasm and transport it. Now, within the blood cell, the three types of blood cell present RBC. Generally, RBC are the hemoglobin containing cell, originated from the bone marrow, and the lifespan almost 120 days. 120 days. And it helps to transport the respiratory gases like oxygen or the carbon dioxide. The second one is WBC, the nucleus containing cell, irregular separate nucleus containing cell, which providing the immunity. Generally, if any pathogen enter into our body, this WBC will create the antibody at the presence of antigen and can destroy this pathogen and providing the immunity. And the third one is platelets. Platelets. These are having the power of anticoagulation. They help in the coagulating of blood. It means if we cut any parts of the body, then the blood will be discharged, but within few minutes we can observe that the blood will be clot due to the platelets. These are the connective tissue. Hope you understand. If you have any problem, you can mention it in the comment section.